Did you know that Rasputin had predicted his own death? Well, there are more incredible facts that you probably didn't know about this mysterious man. Stay tuned till the end of this video to find out. Welcome to your favorite history channel, History Pickle. And today we list down some fascinating facts about the Russian monk Grigori Rasputin. Number 10. Born into poverty. Rasputin was born in poverty and his family was very large. His father had 2 wives and numerous children from both of them. The parents of Rasputin couldn't afford to take care of all their children, and as such, they sent the boy and his siblings away to be raised by their grandparents. Rasputin's grandfather was a peasant, while his grandmother was a member of a local shamanistic cult. In the cult, they worshipped a nature spirit which was said to live inside animals. Rasputin was introduced into this belief system at a young age, and it is believed that the beliefs and rituals of the cult had a profound impact on his life and future. When Rasputin turned 16, he left home and joined the Russian Imperial Navy. However, after getting married, he left the Navy and went back home. This time, he decided to settle down and raise a family. He and his wife ended up having 6 children together. But due to the lack of jobs in the village, Rasputin had to travel to the nearby cities in search of work. During this time, his wife took lovers on the side to support the family. And when Rasputin found out, he had a physical confrontation with her and she fell miscarried. Number 9. Siberian monk. After the confrontation with his wife, Rasputin traveled to Siberia, where he lived among the monks of a monastery for a while. It was during his stay at the monastery that he started hearing voices which instructed him to go to St. Petersburg in Russia. In St. Petersburg, according to the instructions he was receiving, he was to visit the royal family of Russia and help heal one of their children. Number 8. Arrival in St. Petersburg. Rasputin arrived in St. Petersburg in 1903. At that time, he was already known as the man who could heal the sick, and he had attracted a lot of attention. So when he got to the capital city, he was well received. Rasputin visited the royal family and met the heir to the throne, Alexei Nikolaevich. The purpose of his visit was to heal Alexei, who suffered from hemophilia. Rasputin's first attempt at healing the prince was unsuccessful. According to the testimonies of those who were present, Alexei bled profusely and even blacked out at some point. However, despite the failed attempt, Rasputin still convinced the royal family that he was the man to treat Alexei. Number 7. Nicholas II and Alexandra Fyodorovna. For Rasputin to gain the trust of the Russian imperial family, he needed to meet the most important people in the empire, Nicholas II and his wife, Alexandra Fyodorovna. Nicholas II was the last emperor of Russia before the fall of the Romanov dynasty. Alexandra Fyodorovna was the wife of Nicholas II. She was born Princess Alex of Hesse and by birth was a granddaughter of Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom. As a child, Alexei had been diagnosed with hemophilia. This was a big problem since the health of the heir to the throne was crucial to the survival of the Romanov dynasty. Nicholas and Alexandra were desperate to save their son and were ready to try anything. As such, they allowed Rasputin to treat Alexei. It should be noted that although Alexandra was open to trying alternative medicine, her husband was not. However, since it was their son's life that was at stake, he also allowed Rasputin to treat him. Number 6. Rise to fame. After treating Alexei, Rasputin became famous throughout Russia. People from all over the country would come to St. Petersburg just to catch a glimpse of the man who was said to be able to cure the incurable. The fame that Rasputin got was not only because of his medical skills, but also because of his strange behavior and background. Many people were fascinated by the stories of his supposed healing powers, and others viewed him with suspicion. Still, others believed that he was a fraud. Despite the controversy surrounding him, Rasputin continued to attract huge crowds in St. Petersburg. The royal family also benefited from the attention that Rasputin brought to them. They used this opportunity to drum up support for their son's cause. Even though Rasputin's methods were strange, he was able to heal Alexei on several occasions. Number 5. A controversial healer. Rasputin's methods of healing were quite controversial. He made his patients drink large amounts of hot water and then whip them until they fainted. He claimed that this method could stop the bleeding and prevent blood clotting. Although Rasputin was able to stop Alexei's bleeding, he never cured him of hemophilia. Hemophilia is a genetic disorder and there is no cure for it. It is a condition in which the blood does not clot normally. This makes it difficult for a person with hemophilia to stop bleeding when injured. Rasputin may have stopped Alexei's bleeding with his unorthodox methods, but he could not cure him of the disease. Number 4. Political influence. Rasputin's influence extended beyond the realm of medicine. He had managed to gain political influence and had access to some of the most powerful people in Russia. He was invited to parties and dinners hosted by members of the nobility. While attending these functions, he engaged in heavy drinking and had sexual encounters with many women. Rasputin's reputation as a womanizer preceded him, and many women wanted to be associated with him. He was also a gambler and was known to frequent casinos. In one instance, he won a huge sum of money at the roulette table and used it to buy a yacht. Rasputin's love for luxury was evident in his choice of gifts. For instance, he once gifted a pair of Persian cats to the Tsarina because he knew she loved cats. Rasputin was also known to give away large sums of money to beggars. Number 3. Predicted his death. Rasputin had predicted his own death in a letter that he wrote to his wife. The letter was written in 1915 and was smuggled out of St. Petersburg. In the letter, Rasputin told his wife that he was in danger and that he would be killed soon. He urged her to leave the city with the children and go to safety. Unfortunately, his wife did not heed his warning and stayed in St. Petersburg. When Rasputin was killed, she and the children were arrested and taken to an undisclosed location. The letter was discovered after the fall of the Romanov dynasty. Rasputin's prediction came true when he was assassinated by a group of nobles in 1918. Number 2. Assassination. Rasputin was shot several times by a member of the Russian nobility before finally succumbing to his wounds. His body was then mutilated and dissolved in acid. Some reports say that the men who shot Rasputin thought that he was a German spy, while others say that they simply wanted to get rid of him because of his influence over the royal family. There is also speculation that the men who killed Rasputin were part of a secret society that was trying to bring down the Romanov dynasty. Rasputin's influence over the royal family had made him a controversial figure in Russia. His presence at court had caused a lot of resentment among the nobles, and they felt that he was a threat to their way of life. The nobles were also angry that Rasputin was a peasant who had risen to prominence, and they felt that he was not worthy of their respect. Number 1. Legacy. Rasputin's legacy has been a source of fascination and debate for centuries. Some people view him as a charlatan who preyed on the fears of the royal family, while others believe that he was a healer who was ahead of his time. The truth is that Rasputin was a complex individual who cannot be easily categorized. His story has inspired countless books, films, and TV shows. Rasputin's story is one that continues to captivate people around the world. Whether he was a fraud or a healer, one thing is for sure: Rasputin was a larger-than-life character who left an indelible mark on history. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to History Pickle for more videos like this.